So the question is, can you do no dig in a greenhouse bed? Well, the answer is yes. End of video. No, seriously. As you see behind me is a lovely collection of weeds and kale, Chinese leaves, all growing perfectly in the border. It's a greenhouse that is part glass, part polycarbonate, so it's not the best greenhouse in the world. It's only got a plastic door. There's several things against it, but some of the crops are actually rather good. There we are, as if by magic, most of the weeds done. I had that again a bit out of hand in here, but the abundance of fertility within this no dig border has helped this green manure crop give me more produce for the manure, for the compost. So this is February, and you can see kale, Chinese leaves, spinach, petrol spinach, little gem lettuce, and more kale. More Chinese cabbage. It's actually looking pretty good. It's a little bit too dry. I have neglected it in here, hence the weeds. The little gems are ready to pick. So it's a winter salad from a bed that hasn't been dug for at least a couple of years. And if I show you this video now, short clip of my tomatoes, they produce a splendid crop with no fertilizer. Now I know that I've said this before, but it's important to say again, I don't use fertilizer on any of my beds, just compost. 100% compost, no fertilizer. Do you get the hint? No fertilizer. Anyway, like, I'm being silly, but basically there's only compost. With that tomato crop, I hardly liquid fed it either. I did start to, and then I thought, no, it's working so well. This border was the best border of all the greenhouses. In my polytunnel here, in this bed, there is a remnants of crops left. I've been picking them and using them, so there's not much left in here. But it's obviously this perpetual spinach again, ordinary spinach, not much of it, because I'm not very good at growing spinach for some reason. So that's ready to pick, just about, but slim pickings. At the top end is more little gem, more Chinese leaves, and the Chinese celery. Now then, this was way too dry. I've had to give it a good weed to stay the place. A good water. Let's see if it picks up from here. But actually, it's actually not too bad from a winter perspective, you know. I mean, I could actually use that bit there, really. I'm not going to. This is a spring crop, but you get the idea. It's doing really well. I'll be really interested to find out about this Chinese celery, whether it's as good as claimed. It certainly has stood up to winter in the polytunnel, and it's been down to minus 4.5 in here. And yeah, left too dry. So if it bolts, I've only got myself to blame. The Chinese cabbage that were in this section here did bolt, and I'm 90% sure it's because of the lack of moisture. As you've seen before, the two beds within my borrowed greenhouse are treated somewhat differently, and it's just cardboard down as to suppress the weeds, and then I'll be planting through these cut up pipe sections. So in this border in the polytunnel, I've been no dig for at least 3 years. Just to change it up a little bit, what I do in this particular place is I'll cut up the base of a pot, fill this with compost, and plant the tomato into that, and that goes on the bed there. So basically they're getting new immediate soil every year, that seems to work quite well. It doesn't work as well as the bed in the greenhouse. That seems to be the winning formula. But yeah, so a couple of different three different variations on a theme of no dig within a greenhouse or polytunnel works very well. Thank you very much for joining me again, and on the next one I'll see you hopefully with some seed sowing trial updates. Let's see.